The colossal arena of Vexa Prime buzzed with electric excitement as thousands of alien spectators packed the shimmering crystal tiers. Holographic banners floated overhead, cycling through the names of legendary champions from every corner of the galaxy. Yet today, none of those names mattered. Every gaze was locked onto the central platform, where an ancient blade rested, fused into a massive block of neutronium. This was the sword of KTH, a relic whispered about in myth and fear. Standing confidently nearby was Jasmine, commander of the Vraxian Imperial Guard. Her 4 arms were folded tightly across her chest, iridescent scales glinting beneath the arena lights. She was renowned across the stars, having conquered 17 systems and crushed elite warriors from over 40 species. To Jasmine, victory was destiny. Strength was birthright. And Vraxians were superior. Another human, she scoffed, her amplified voice echoing throughout the arena. This spectacle grows tedious. A lone human stepped onto the platform. Kevin wore a plain gray jumpsuit, utterly unremarkable among towering alien champions. He wasn't especially tall or muscular. His hands showed rough calluses, marks of labor, not combat. His brown hair was slightly unkempt. The crowd burst into laughter. Humans had only entered the Galactic Council 3 years earlier. Compared to ancient starfaring civilizations, they were infants, barely mastering faster-than-light travel while others had ruled the cosmos for millennia. Jasmine gestured toward Kevin with open disdain. Observe him. No genetic enhancements. No cybernetic upgrades. Humans are so delicate that their own planet's gravity nearly overwhelms them. She leaned closer, a predatory smile curling her lips. Tell me, little human, do you even comprehend what you're attempting? Kevin lifted his eyes to the glowing blade. Legend said it was forged within the core of a dying star, bound to judge the soul of anyone who dared touch it. For 3,000 years, no champion had freed it. I understand, Kevin replied calmly. Jasmine laughed sharply. The sword demands worthiness, not hope. It weighs the heart. What could a short-lived, violent species possibly know of honor or sacrifice? Kevin stepped closer as Jasmine circled him, her voice laced with venom. Your species slaughtered itself over land, beliefs, and skin. You nearly erased yourselves with nuclear fire before leaving your solar system. And now you think you deserve the galaxy's most sacred weapon. The crowd roared in agreement. Objects rained onto the platform as spectators jeered. Kevin placed his hand on the sword's hilt. It felt warm, alive. You're right about our past, he said quietly. We've made terrible mistakes. Mistakes? Jasmine snapped. Your entire history is blood and ruin. That's exactly why I'm here, Kevin replied. She paused, eyes narrowing. Enlighten me. What illusion convinces you that you are worthy? Because we learned, Kevin said, tightening his grip. Every war forced us to reflect. Every failure demanded change. We weren't born powerful. We didn't inherit peace. We had to choose to be better, again and again. Jasmine sneered. Empty poetry. Strength isn't emotion. It's power. You think strength is muscle and weapons, Kevin said firmly. But my grandmother survived famine and raised 6 children alone. My grandfather charged a battlefield where thousands fell to stop tyranny. My mother worked 3 jobs to give me an education. My father rebuilt our home twice after it burned down. That is human strength, refusing to quit when everything says you should. Pathetic, Jasmine mocked. You glorify suffering. That's not strength, it's weakness pretending to matter. Kevin closed his eyes and pulled. Nothing happened. Laughter exploded across the arena. But then, a deep vibration pulsed through the neutronium. The laughter died instantly. The block began to glow as cracks filled with blinding white light. Ancient symbols emerged along the blade, languages older than memory. Jasmine's confidence shattered. Kevin pulled again. The sword slid free effortlessly, as if it had been waiting. Silence swallowed the arena. For 3,000 years, champions had failed. Yet a human, young, unenhanced, underestimated, had succeeded. Jasmine stood frozen, her 4 arms hanging lifelessly at her sides. The color drained from her scales, dulling into a grayish hue, her species' physical response to absolute shock. Her mouth moved, but no words emerged. But you're just, she whispered. You're human. Kevin held the sword effortlessly. It balanced perfectly in his hand, humming with restrained power. He felt its history, the countless warriors who had tried and failed, the purpose it had awaited. It wasn't forged for the strongest body, but for those who understood the cost of endurance. Yes, Kevin said softly. I'm human. We fall more than any species, but we stand back up more times than anyone else. Jasmine collapsed to her knees, covering her face. In Vraxian culture, such a display was the deepest humiliation imaginable. Her belief in superiority, in ancient bloodlines and raw power, shattered beyond repair. Across the arena, aliens sat stunned. Some whispered. Others transmitted urgent reports. In that moment, the galaxy's perception of humanity changed forever. Kevin looked at the sword, then the crowd, then Jasmine's broken form. He felt no pride, only clarity. Humanity wasn't chosen despite its flaws. It was chosen because of them. The sword doesn't choose warriors who never fall, Kevin said, his voice echoing through the silence. It chooses those who learn how to rise. He turned and walked away, the sword of KTH in hand. Jasmine remained kneeling, her world forever altered. Historians would record this moment as the day an ancient belief died, the day the galaxy learned that humanity's greatest weakness was also its most terrifying strength. The age of human exceptionalism had begun, not with thunder, but with one man's quiet refusal to stay down.